Welcome to today's workout. I'm Kim, and today's workout is aimed at upper back and shoulders. So we're going to start warming up through that area by circling either your shoulders or the full arm backwards in order to get some mobility through the shoulders and upper back. Try and keep the knees soft, feet hip width apart, weight evenly between both feet. You're going to keep the rib cage down and be really aware that as you take that arm back, you're not arching the back or lifting the ribs in order to get that movement. It doesn't matter how you're doing this, as long as you're getting the shoulders moving and getting some lubrication in that shoulder area. This next exercise is aimed at opening up through the chest. So you're going to bring the little fingers towards each other at the front and open up as you swing the arms back at shoulder height, feeling that stretch across the chest as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Again, keeping the rib cage down, keeping the lower back in neutral, and keeping the knees slightly soft, which will help keep your back from rounding. So go with what's comfortable. If being that high doesn't quite work, change the angle slightly. Maybe open a little bit lower. Maybe try a little bit harder, higher even. Just get that mobility, that stretch through the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you go back, getting some really nice mobility through the shoulder area. Remember, if you're finding this is too much at any time, you always have the options to stop. It's your body, your workout, and your choice. So if you feel you've had enough in any exercise, you can just shake the arms out and rest and join in with the next exercise. So our next exercise is the dumbwaiter. You're going to bring the elbows into the waist and keep them locked in there. So the elbows are back, and you're going to think you've got a box in between your hands as you come in, that you can't bring them across in front of your body. You're squeezing the shoulder blades together and coming back directly under the shoulders or in line with the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together at the back, keeping the rib cage down again. So this is working on the rotator cuff area of the shoulders and squeezing the shoulder blades together, getting some strength and mobility in that upper back. If it feels good for you, when you come to the center, you can turn the palms down and alternate between palms up and palms down. But again, that choice is yours. Reach and twist exercise. I want you to bend your knees, tuck the pelvis under, and really be aware of keeping your spine in neutral. So we're going to try and only take the arms as high and as low as you can without lifting the chest or arching the back. So all the movement here is in the shoulders. If you keep the palms facing each other, you're going to get a little bit more reach. But again, go with what feels good for you. It might be that you want to try the back of the hands towards the sky. You won't reach as high with the back of the hands there, with the arms twisted in that direction, but go with what feels right for you. Ideally, you're trying to keep the arms straight but not too worried if you bend them slightly. Just feel that stretch across the chest as you take the arms up, and try and get a little bit more movement each time you go. It shouldn't be uncomfortable though. I'm quite mobile in my shoulders, and therefore I find this exercise relatively easy. So this next exercise, we're going to start with the Pilates roll down. If the next exercise is too much for you, then please maybe stay with the roll down. If you've got osteoporosis, you need to keep support on your legs as you come down, and maybe just come straight down to the floor here. So for this exercise, start by bending your knees and pulling your chest back towards the knees, and you're going to alternate knee bends. And you want as straight as line as you can get between your bottom and your arms. Your head is between your elbows, ears between your elbows even. And my back's a little stiff at the moment, so I've a little bit more of an arch, a little more of a rounding in my back than I'd like. But my hamstrings are quite loose, so my heels are going to the floor. You might find there's hardly any movement at all. And now we're going to hold on one side. Again, if you're finding it too much, please just come back and go into child's pose or into cat and camel just to release. Change sides. But again, your choice. If it's too much for you this time, just come down and rest. And now, when we finish this, we're going to walk through a little bit more if you can, and then come down into child's pose and rest. So it's extended child's pose with the arms out in front. Take the knees nice and wide for this child's pose move. Let your chest come down between your knees. Extend the arms out in front and really reach forward and feel that stretch through the middle back. Keep the ears between the elbows and just try and enjoy that stretch. If it gets a little bit too much, you can always bring the arms down, but we really are here trying to work on the upper back and releasing the upper back. Taking the arms over towards one side, and what you're going to do is lean into the other side, so you're going to feel that stretch all the way through the side of the upper back. Just lean. So I'm leaning towards the screen, I'm leaning towards you when I've got my arms away, and then you're going to come center and back to the other side, and now I'm leaning away from you, so I'm feeling that stretch through the back, the outer side of my upper back. And walking back to the center, and either take that stretch all the way down, or if it's too much of an extension for you, then bring the arms back by the side of your knees. And we're going to come on to all fours now. The shoulders directly above the hands, the hips above the knees, and you're going to slide the opposite arm and leg away. Think about taking it away, sliding the knee along the mat, and then away out straight. We're trying to keep the spine in neutral, so don't lift the leg too high. If you lift the leg too high, the back is likely to arch. Again, mine's a little weak at the moment, and my back is a little bit more arched than I would like, and I'm a lot more wobbly than I'd like. But we're trying to be as still as you can as you do this. Anytime it feels too much, come back and go back into a position that feels good for you. Child's pose or cat and cow. And next time you extend the leg out, we're going to hold for as long as is comfortable for you. So one arm, one leg, and hold. If you start to feel you're wobbling, you're going to come back in and then take it to the other side when you are ready. So just once each side, holding it as long as is comfortable for you. I'm not managing very well today, it's a little wobbly. And then come back and go back to alternating. So a choice for the next exercise, starfish. So either a starfish where you keep both feet on the floor and you lift, and it's a lovely stretch through the chest. You can lift the hips further. I'm struggling at the moment to go much further than that, but if you wish to lift higher, that's up to you. You can lift the hip off the ground. If that's too much for you, then you can go with the lying starfish. So all you're going to do, if you want to go the easier version, is think of lengthening one arm, opposite arm and leg away from each other. So you go with which one works for you. Stay with that opening up through the chest if you can. It's quite intense, so you might want to come back to the opposite lift. I call both of these exercises starfish, but one is very much harder than the other. We're nearly there now, only a few more moments to the end of the workout. Remember, you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We breathe out on effort. So just finishing off with an upper back stretch. So think of taking your arms away from you. You can either clasp the fingers or just wrap one on top of the other. Take the hands as far away from you as they'll go, and then pull the elbows apart. Head as if you're taking it down over a ball, feeling that stretch through the upper back. If you're not feeling the stretch, move the arms maybe up, maybe down, maybe left, maybe right. Hope you enjoyed that workout. Thank you for being with me today, and if you enjoyed that, please think about liking and subscribing. Thank you.